Good morning, viewers. Welcome back to M1 News, your trusted source for the latest stories shaping our world both locally and globally. Today, we turn to Davos, Switzerland, where the World Economic Forum 2025 is spotlighting a powerful theme: the voice of nature in modern society. This year's annual meeting brings together world leaders, scientists, innovators, and artists to rethink our relationship with the natural world. For centuries, people have treated nature as a silent backdrop for human progress. But today, that perception is shifting. Nature is being recognized not only as a resource, but as an intelligent system, a constant source of inspiration, and even an artist in its own right. According to forum data, more than half of the world's total GDP, around 44 million US dollars, depend directly on nature and the services it provides, from the food we eat and the water we drink, to the fiber and raw materials that power industries. Nature is deeply woven into the global economy. Yet, despite its immense value, ecosystems continue to suffer from deforestation, pollution, and the worsening impacts of climate change. At Davos, experts are emphasizing that the voice of nature must not be ignored. Innovative financing models are being introduced to give back to this landscape we depend on. One of the most striking initiatives is called Soundstripe, a global music movement launched in 2024. The idea is simple yet powerful. When musicians use the sounds of nature, whether it's rainfall, forest, or birdsong in their work, a portion of the royalties is returned directly to compensation programs. Just recently, this initiative awarded 225,000 US dollars to four organizations in Colombia's tropical Andes, one of the richest ecosystems on Earth, but also one of the most threatened by deforestation and agricultural expansion. Nature, however, is not only an economic foundation, it is also a profound source of cultural and creative inspiration. In Japan, the practice of forest bathing, introduced in the 1980s, has shown through scientific research that spending time surrounded by trees and the sounds of nature reduces stress and improves overall health. At Davos this year, soundscapes of rivers, winds, and forests are being integrated into several sessions, reminding participants that the voice of nature is not only an economic necessity, but also a voice of well-being. Adding to this perspective are indigenous leaders, including Mindahi Bastiamunos from Mexico, Fanny Koiru from Colombia, and Hindu Ibrahim from Chad. They are here to share traditional wisdom, highlighting how local communities have lived in balance with ecosystem for generations. Their voices bring depth and authenticity to the conversation, showing that protecting nature is not just about science or economics, but also about respecting cultural heritage and ancestral knowledge. By presenting nature as intelligent, as inspiration, as artist, and as innovator, the forum is challenging society to rethink how we value the environment. It is not simply about resources we take, but about voices we must listen to, protect, and support. Beyond policy and innovation, the forum is also highlighting the role of education and awareness. Schools, universities, and even digital platforms are being urged to integrate environmental literacy into their core programs. The idea is simple. The earlier people understand the value of ecosystems, the more responsible their choices will be in the future. Young leaders, too, are stepping forward with their own initiatives, from community-led cleanup in coastal towns to high-tech solutions like AI-driven monitoring of endangered species. The energy of youth is seen as a vital force in shaping tomorrow's environmental agenda. Their voices at Davos underline that the voice of nature must be paired with the voice of the next generation, ensuring that progress today doesn't compromise the needs of tomorrow. This balance between tradition, innovation, and intergenerational dialogue paints a hopeful picture. It suggests that humanity is not powerless in the face of ecological crisis, but rather at the beginning of a new chapter, one where nature is finally acknowledged as a partner, not just a backdrop. The message from Davos is clear. If modern society listens carefully, The voice of nature can guide us toward new solutions, fairer economies, and healthier planet. I am ShabrinaAisyaAn'Najla, and this has been M1 News. See you next time.